What's going on, guys? We spent $1,265 at the card show today. We got $3 to enter, so $1,268 total spent at the show. So deal number one, picked up a couple cards here. We spent $400 on this lot. This was the last kind of throw in. So originally the deal was for $350, and we ended up working this card in for $50. There's only one soul comp I saw for $35, but it didn't have the awesome laundry tag of Manny Ramirez. I know that Manny's not going to, be the mover on this card. Obviously, McCovey, Ted Williams are your bigger names. A-Rod, Eddie Murray, Robin Ventura, Manny Ramirez are kind of secondary to those two, I would say. But pretty awesome card there. Next up, stained glass, Ted Williams. Probably like a $30, $40 card. Just a cool card to have. Picked up the Pearl out of 30 Stadium Club Ted Williams here. They valued this one at $30. There's comps of up to 60, so that was an easier one to pick up and throw into this lot. Then we have a Ted Williams. This is the Brooklyn Collection out of 5, so 5 of 5. One recent sale, I think, of like $120, $130 on this card, but just an awesome card to have. And finish it off with the 101 Leaf. So Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, Carlton Fisk, and Bobby Doerr. So 101 all game used bats. There's no real comps on this, obviously, being a 101. There was a Yankees version that sold for $400, maybe $450, but that did have Mickey Mantle and Babe Ruth. So I put Ted Williams on that same tier, but I wouldn't quite put Yaz obviously in that tier as well. And then their other two were kind of the same as the Fisk and Doerr. So probably a $300 card-ish, I would say. Got this one for, they had it stickered at $225. It was a little bit less. I'm gonna guess like $200, maybe $180-ish on that lot. Second pickup we did. So spent $270 on this one. Pick up the Richard Jefferson. This is in finest auto out of 25. Printing plate of Reggie Jackson. Nothing too crazy here. Probably worth like $10, $15, maybe $20. But just a cool 101 to have. This was the first card that I saw that got this deal going. We got Matt Shaw out of 3. Unfortunately, not from any game or event, just the chunky patch, but still an awesome looking card. There's a comp where you can see the C logo, just like a small piece of it here that sold for $180. So with a much sicker patch, I'm figuring this is at least a $200 card, maybe $225. I'm probably gonna put it up for like $250, maybe even $300, and just see what happens. And then we ended off with Ja'Marr Chase. Kind of a slower start to game 1, but game 2 just finished, and that was a big game for Ja'Marr Chase. So picked this up for 115, comps at 115. I got a little bit of a deal on this. Nothing too crazy, but just a cool card to add to the collection there. Not a grading candidate, a little bit beat up on the corners there, but definitely a fun card to add, and someone that I think's value is going to skyrocket over the season. Last season, his stuff went up a lot, and I'm kind of expecting that to go up, although Joe Burrow just got hurt this last game, so that could be a little scary there. Shea Gildress, Alexander at a 249. This lot was for $80. This one got thrown at the end for $5. I couldn't see, this is the mezzanine level. I couldn't find any of the mezzanine levels actually sold on Card Ladder, so didn't really want to pick it up, but ended up throwing it in for $30. Ohtani Refractor, this is a $40 buyback all day long, so marked at $30, even a little bit of a discount. Had to pick that one up, and that will just be something that I'm going to send in the buyback. Schwarber, this is like a $15 card out of $199, having an insane season right now. And Matt Shaw, this is probably more like a $35, $40 card. But at a $150 on the nice color match lava. I think I looked at this one. Yeah, it has like a little bit of a corner issue there. A lot of the Topps Chrome this year does. 2025 Chrome is a little bit harder to grade. Picked this up, another $80 deal. This guy was pretty cool to talk to. Talk a lot about, he rips a lot, so it's kind of nice when people say that they rip, because they don't have a value associated with a card. They just have a loss of, for most of the time, for ripping a wax. But they don't associate, like, I got this card for $8, I need $10. They associate with, I have this card, it's $10 value, and it's easier to work deals with. So I picked all this up for $80. Start with the Ohtani, the Obsidian. This is a numbered Soto out of 99. Schwarber on the, I don't know what this parallel is actually called, but out of 99 there. Jose Altuve, the black. This is at a $2.99 on the 35th anniversary insert. Mike Yastrzemski at a $99 on the Bowman Chrome. I don't know if this is sapphire or not, or if it's just like a green ice parallel. I'm gonna guess it's sapphire. Manny Machado at a $50 on the Magnitude. Joe Morgan, nice little color match at a 2023 there. Cal Riley, just a rookie patch card. Just figured I had to pick that one up. Not numbered. I don't know if it's a variation with the red foil or not, but having a fantastic season. Bobby Witt Jr. on your clearly rated rookie acetate card there for $5. Why not? Short print Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson sells insanely fast, insanely well online. Didn't look this one up, but I'd be shocked if this wasn't worth at least the $10. All aces tend to do very well. Steve Carlton at a 75. Almost didn't throw this in, but kind of just threw it in at the last second. Just no Ohtani. I mean, it's a cool looking card, $5. As I said, obviously everything was a little bit cheaper in the end. And then Waldrop having a pretty good season for the Braves at a $4.99. Wanted to look this one over for grading. I never really did before actually adding it to the lot, but it actually looks pretty sharp on the two corners that are blue at least. So I'll take that a look, give that a look over and see if it is a grading candidate. Pick this up. This guy had some pretty cool, like a Mammoth 101 Mahomes from Wild Card, as well as like a 101 just regular size card. I forget what it was called, Turf Monsters or something like that. So tried to pick those up, but he was a little overpriced on them. You know, comps were like 80 to 90. He was at like the $100 mark, and the Turf Monster one, I think he was like asking 100 as well, and that was more like a $60 card. So couldn't really work that in. But Cade Klubnik, obviously one of the top candidates for the Heisman, had a rough game this week, but for $5, I typically try to pick these up for like $2 or $3 because I think I can get like 10 for it. But I'm gonna put this up for $10, see if it sells. And if not, it's only a $5 investment. Try not to pick up too much in the slab department, but spent $270 on this. I know he caught me out at $60 for this Jaden Daniels. So it's selling for $80, $85, so happy to have it there. Paige Beckers at a, on the pink at a PSA 10 here. Probably like a $160 card, has a comp. Her stuff's been climbing a little bit. Be interesting. I was talking to the dealer, he follows this a lot, and he said that he's originally from Connecticut, and that her girlfriend played at UConn with her and is the #1 pick. This team is going to have the #1 pick, so they should be playing together again. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what happens. I guess she plays for Dallas. They had a horrible season. And then picked up this Puka. I accidentally comped this much lower, and he agreed to the comp, but I comped this at a base price. But this is actually numbered at a $199. This isn't a case. I didn't see it. It didn't look anything special, so I didn't really think that it would be numbered. But I found a few comps that didn't have a number on it. I don't know if those also were actually numbered, but I think we were closer to an $80 value on this. So happy to add that one in. Puka had a fantastic game today. Then this finishes off the lot. So gonna kind of go through this one real quick. We spent $160 on this lot. This was my first pickup. So I know in football, these are numbered out of 50. I didn't even look to see if it was numbered. So these are usually generally numbered to like 7 or 8. But out of baseball, apparently numbered to 50. The Purple Stars insert there. Ohtani Mythical. He charged me $15 for all the baseball that I pick up. That's not all in order, I don't think. But the Mythical, I don't know if that's a case hit or not. For some reason, I feel like that's some sort of short print. I could be wrong, but Ohtani, another Ohtani green. And then let me grab the rest of the baseball just so that we're all together here. Jack here on your Mojo, not numbered, just Mojo there. Bobby Witt Jr. on your prospect pool, so either rookie or pre-rookie. Paul Skeens, just a nice little heritage speckle insert there. Moises Alou, Old Finest out of 99 there, as long as we can get the camera to focus. There we go. So out of 99, all those early 2000s, late 90s inserts I'm always picking up. And then Jermaine Dye. This card just looks sick. Beautiful color match out of 99. 24 out of 99, so I didn't even notice that jersey match there. So it's a jersey match out of color match. This card just, I mean, I know Jermaine Dye's not having the biggest market right now, but just a beautiful looking card there. Jason Kelce, obviously super popular player. Still very popular with his podcast and everything there. Out of 199, Christian McCaffrey out of 299. Brock Bowers on your silver. Hakeem here, just an awesome looking projector card. I didn't comp any of these, so I don't know exactly what's good and what's bad. I think the average sale when we comped it before we got a discount was about $6 to $7 a card, and that's before we threw in working out a bulk price. So out of 49, Anthony Davis, Jerry West out of 44. And then this is just a cool looking KG. I mean, I'm more of a KG fan. Usually this Excalibur inserts don't do very well, but just a cool looking card. It caught my eye. I just wanted it for my collection. Kind of staying on trend, a card that just kind of caught my eye. I haven't seen this parallel. I'm not a huge basketball guy. I don't know Trey Jones, if he even, plays for San Antonio, or really what he does. But just the parallel caught my eye. I figured maybe it's some sort of short print. Donovan Mitchell out of 49 there on the Origins. One of my favorite sets. Garland at a 299. Franz Wagner on the Sparkle Pack red there. And then Victor Wembanyama on a silver. I figure why not for under $7. Can't really see that going wrong. Steph Curry, winner stays on your Optic Purple. Devin Vassell on your white Mosaic Sparkle. We got a LeBron James on the Rivals. I know a lot of these insert rookie cards don't do super great, but figured I'd throw it in there. Jalen Brunson, numbered to 149. On your Optic, it looks like a lime green. Travis Kelce, blue Mosaic out of 99 there. Jordan Love at a 399. We got Brandon Ingram on your Tiger Select. Sam Howell for your Select. Nice little three-color patch. I know he moved again this last season. I think he was the backup in Seattle. That 25, this recently just sold for $10. That was thrown in for $5. Razzle Dazzle, Breece Hall. We'll see how the Jets do. They kind of got crushed today. But his value might go back up with any luck. And then I'm just going to fly through these because these were all marked at 50 cents each. And then got a good deal for stuff at the end. But, you're going to see a lot of color silvers. Mac Jones, figured he was playing. I didn't want to pick up too much of his stuff, but picked that one up. I never saw Philly Special. I don't know if that's anything. I know that Absolute's nothing crazy, but Philly Special wording on there, I thought maybe it was a good little hit. And then you're just going to see a lot of the same stuff. Puka, top wide receivers, and then quarterbacks. All going to be rookies, stuff like that. I'm not expecting to kill it. I can probably get $1 a card here. Javon Baker, just had a Patriots fan. So more of a pickup for me. And kind of staying the same theme. Rashee Rice, just a little insert. Stenson Bennett, picked up some of his stuff, back up. And then anything that's a Bowman U that's going to be numbered, I'm going to pick up. I don't know anything about them. I know that this is some sort of, I don't know if it's a short print or a case hit or something like that. I had one of these before. It was numbered though and sold that. Morris Bennett. Case hit here. So the blue sparkle, blue shimmer. So for 50 cents, less than 50 cents, how do you not pick that up? Nice little color match at a $2.99. Darius Garland, once again, the blue shimmer, blue sparkle, whatever it's called. Have to pick that up. Mahomes base, once again, kind of the more common players you're gonna get, the quarterback rookies. I'm not looking to make $1 million on this. If I can make $1 a card, stuff that moves quick, I will also be bundling these probably in packs of 3, and doing $3 for it. Brandon Aubrey had a huge field goal today. Puka again, nice little color match on the green. But those will be lotted up and just kind of move quick, hopefully. Justin J. Jet. And if they don't have a match like the J. Jet, they will be moved in with other cards that I have of him. But that's everything I picked up. Let me know what you guys think. If you haven't already done so, like, subscribe, comment. Greatly helps me out. I will catch you guys on the next one.